How's it going, people? I'm Zephyros, and welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a video on the Tower of Deception, Stage 7 Hidden Chamber. I've not seen many people put videos out clearing it, so I thought I'd put a walkthrough out showing you how I did it. So with that all being said, let's get into it. So when it comes to the hidden chambers, you'll know this from the earlier ones as well. There are extra difficulties. You get more rewards, but if you clear it with these kind of handicaps, you get better rewards. So if you do it with one handicap, no, sorry, if you just clear it normally, you get two summoning crystals, rare summoning crystals. If you do it with one of the handicaps on Hidden Chamber 7, you get the 10 shards of the divine summoning crystal. And then if you do it with all three of the additional handicaps, you get the 5 advanced refining crystal shards. It's, in my opinion, it's like impossible. I can't see a way of it being done with the current roster of heroes that we have with all of these. With 2 of them, yeah, you can do it. But this one here, this handicap, where it says all non-boss enemies gain the mist effect and 30% boost to their max HP, that is crazy. That's so difficult to clear that because with that mist thing means that you have to block them before you can attack. So it's only at the point that they are blocked that you can deal damage. Some of these monsters take ages to kill. So the block is occupied. You'd need multiple blocks, and then once you start having this lightning sigil thing coming in, which basically just does massive AOE damage and it's constant as well, it's so difficult to keep your tanks up and still have enough space for DPS units. So at the moment, no one's cleared it. Like literally no one. If you go into the leaderboard, um, 47. Yeah. So 47 is the most. I've done 46. So what that means is that someone has done it with 2 of the additional affixes. Now, for me, I don't see the point because even if I cleared with 2 of them, I'd get the same reward as if I cleared with 1 of them because there isn't one that gives you it for doing 3 crystals. Right. So it just makes sense. Just do it with 1 of the handicaps. The 2 that are viable are, depending on your roster, this one here and this one here. So with this one, you would have to juggle. You'd have to use different tanks, and you can use someone like Decimus, for example, who's got really quick regen. For once he dies, you can bring him back a lot quicker. You can cycle through them, and so it is doable. Definitely doable. I prefer to do this one just because this just as long as you've got enough DPS, you can kill the boss. So even if the boss is trying to heal up, you're still going to kill, right? So I'll show you with this kind of handicap active. So this is the team that I use. So I use 3 tanks. The tanks are interchangeable. Draylin is the only one where it would change things because you'd then, if you don't use Draylin, you'd have to use a tank and have a healer on Draylin to keep Draylin alive, right? So it's just something to be aware of. So yeah, obviously these tanks easily interchangeable. You could use a Torador, you could use a Malvera, you could use a Baron. To be honest, anyone who's got an unkillable, it's fine because you don't actually use these 2 that much. They're more just to help you out. Alex definitely interchangeable. You could use a Nora in the place of Alex quite easily, no problem. You could technically use a Beelzebub instead of Mari. I actually think Mari's better, and obviously everybody should have Mari, so you shouldn't need to change her. Valara, yeah, any AOE DPS will technically work. So technically a Karmit, a Boreas, would work. Any AOE DPS basically. Even a Magda might work. a Lubu. A good Lubu would work. Even an Ardea. Any AoE should be fine. I obviously use Valara just because she's incredible. Praetus, yeah, I mean, Praetus with his lightning is actually really useful, like really useful. And obviously the fact that he's buffing these two as well. Ingrid, Ingrid is hard to replace, but you could replace her with an Aura as well. So if you've got an Alex but not an Ingrid, you could do that. If you don't have Alex, which a lot of people don't, but you do have Ingrid, then put an Aura in her place. Yeah. I suppose you could probably use a Dahlia as well. With her slow, should be quite useful there. But look, let's get into the run, and I'll show you the builds at the end as well. Okay. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to place your Valara or your AoE DPS here and your tank. So I'm going to place Draylin just because Draylin will heal himself. Or herself, I should say, sorry. And next thing you're going to do now is you're just going to wait for the cost to place your damage dealer down here. So once they get to around here, I'm going to activate Valara's ult. I'm going to place Lady Alex facing up. And as soon as I can, I'm going to use her ult. Go. So you can just let these orbs just pass straight through because we're not doing the handicap that makes you have to block that one. So we'll bring Mari out to get the slows in. And just to save some, just to get our heroes out earlier. So Mari should slow this right down now, yep. Then we put Praetus over here. Activate Praetus. Shouldn't need to use Mari now. And then we'll put some heals down as well. So this should all be pretty comfortable, okay? These units should handle that pretty easily. Now at this point you don't need it, but you can put Elowin down as well because sometimes Mari can drop off if they kind of pile up because you'll get mages that will come around the back here who they can pile up their attacks and end up killing her. This just makes it a bit more comfortable. Then you can put your units back out there. Now before you place your Valara, you're going to wait for the Tengu to do this attack here, this Hellfire Blades. So she'll jump there, deal the damage. Now Valara being here, I mean I actually just dropped her too early and she still survived, so it's not a problem. Activate your ultimates immediately. Once these units start coming around here, that's when you're going to drop Mari's ult. We're going to activate Valara. We can just put some extra heals down just in case. And then as soon as you can ult again, you're going to use Mari's ult just in time there. Right, so we'll activate these guys. So my DPS actually just dropped off there. It's not a problem. Let's just kill that off as well. So in this instance now, what you're going to do is you're basically going to wait for the waves to come around again. And there's going to come a point where once you've killed these mobs, we'll get Mari to slow everything down. Once you've killed them, you're going to get the some units that have that mist on them, so they need to be blocked. Otherwise, they're going to come straight through, right? So you have to just do it at the right time, basically. So we'll activate all of our ults, give them a little boost. Right, so here, can you see these units here with this like little shroud around them? That basically means that they need to be blocked or you're not going to do any damage to them. So we'll place Brokir down. He's now blocking, which means that Praetus, Alex, and Ingrid will just start whittling everyone down. When you get your ults, you can freeze everyone again. When you get your ults, start again whittling everything down. So Brokir's died there now, but it's fine because the units that needed to be blocked are gone. So it doesn't matter. So next we can put Valara back down now. Don't need to do our ults because they're going to handle this pretty comfortably. Now, at this point, what I like to do is I like to have an additional tank over here because it can get quite sketchy. So we'll pull back. Who shall we pull back? We'll pull back Narissa and we'll place Regulus there. Elwyn should be able to keep everything ticking here anyway. Activate Valara. We'll wait till we get a bit closer and then we'll start activating all of our ults. So now we're relying on Regulus to just hold the ones that are going to swarm through. Valara will start pushing back while she's killing, right? So she should be able to handle this pretty comfortably. Activate Praetus as soon as these guys come in. Now we're chilling. This side is all done, so we don't need them. You can keep them off, it's not a problem, but now we just whittle these all done. So yeah, that's the run. Pretty straightforward. It's just about the timings of when you're putting your heroes down, when you're putting the tanks in to block those units. So I'll show you the builds now. So first off, we've got Praetus, fairly straightforward, Soulbound Arcana, decent speed, obviously crit catch, and he'll be in a tier of Twilight. Then you've got Lady Alex. Now I build my Lady Alex in Cataclysm. It's actually just my generic build for her, to be honest. She's in a Starpiercer ring, obviously has zero benefit because there's no air units. But I just like this build. Good speed, good crit damage, good attack. It's a solid build, right? Valara, I don't actually have an ESO ring, or I would 100% build her in an ESO ring. But again, I've got some pretty solid pieces, so this is why I use the Cataclysm. Good speed again, crit capped, good attack. Her artifact is her exclusive. I didn't show you. Lady Alex's artifact is her exclusive, maxed out as well. Mari is just built to be quick and in a mana spring so that she gets her rage quicker, so that she can ult quicker. And then I've obviously made her a bit tankier so she can take a hit or two as well. Her artifact is the Nightmare Samsara, again, just to get her cycling through her ultimates quicker. Nerissa is built in Vig. Oh no, she's in Wings of Grace. Pretty standard, attack bonus. These pieces are nothing special whatsoever, but they get the job done. All right. Her artifact is Golden Scarab, and then don't know why I put her back in, but Ingrid again is in Cataclysm. I've got her in a Watchguard ring because it does boost her damage by 8%. But again, crit capped. Speed could be better. She doesn't. Oh, why have I got her in that piece? That is. Oh, it's because I'm crit capped. Because I'm crit capped, it's the best, the highest attack roll I've got. Ideally, I would have put an attack speed chest on her, but it's fine. So if you can build a bit more speed, ideally that's what you would do. Then my Drain is just built to take a hit, right? So just built as a full tank. I don't care about healing effect. I don't care about anything else. I'm literally just, if I can put attack speed in there, I put it in, but don't need it. Then again, regular standard tank build. Um, Also in a Bastion ring as well. Then Elowin, Invigoration set, nice speed, decent attack, and in a Tyre's Bomb. Then you've got Brokir, again, standard tank. So yeah, that's Hidden Chamber 7. If you guys want any other kind of Tower of Deception related videos, let me know. I can record that. But until the next video, guys, take care, stay blessed.